They called it Operation Tarask, a death sentence wrapped in bureaucracy and labeled as training. Kryvath 9 wasn't just dangerous. It was a planet that devoured armies for breakfast and laughed at interstellar insurance policies. Volcanoes vomited rivers of molten metal, storms shredded armor like paper, and the creatures could strip a human to the bone in minutes. Yet somehow, someone thought it was a good idea to drop a cadet there with nothing but a rifle, a helmet, and a GoPro strapped to his chest. "Cadet Riker," hissed the alien instructor through a translation field, voice dripping condescension. "You are officially expendable. Your survival is unlikely. Your death, inconsequential." Riker grinned, the kind of grin that made sane species reconsider calling humans civilized. "Copy that, sir. I'll try to make it interesting." The drop pod screamed through Kryvath 9's acid rain, a meteor of steel cutting the sky. When Riker hit the surface, he bounced once, rolled, and stood up. The forest around him wasn't made of trees. It was a jagged, black crystalline nightmare, jagged and sharp, reflecting the lightning that split the sky. Every shadow held eyes, every shadow breathed hunger. His first encounter came fast. A pack of Zrathian clawbeasts, six-legged nightmares with venom dripping from fanged maws, charged. Most cadets would have screamed, maybe vomited. Most cadets would have been lunch. "Riker?" He laughed. From his vest he pulled a small device, sleek, innocuous. A low-frequency hum vibrated through the ground. The beasts froze. Their antennae twitched. Then one by one, they tilted their heads and, impossibly, followed him. The alien high command, watching through orbital drones, saw the feed and froze. Their carefully calculated survival odds evaporated in real time. This human wasn't just alive, he was commanding lifeforms on a planet designed to kill him. Riker wandered further into the forest, his boots crunching on crystalline shards. Every step was a message: "I'm not afraid. I'm here to dominate." He scavenged what he could from wreckage left by previous failed drops, half-buried supply crates, broken energy cells, even a survival drone he rewired as a scout. The clawbeasts, now following him like a ragtag cavalry, were both alarmingly obedient and terrifyingly lethal. That night, Kryvath 9 howled. Thunder screamed across molten rivers, lighting the jagged forest in a blinding white. Riker leaned against Grizzle, the largest of the clawbeasts, a towering mass of muscle and venomous teeth, and whispered into the camera. "Day 1, folks. So far, the planet hates me. I hate the planet back. But we're getting along. Somehow. Mostly because I'm feeding these guys aliens. I like to think of it as making friends the human way." The alien instructors had a term for what Riker was doing: insanity. The cadet called it Tuesday. When the first Zrathian scouts arrived the next day, sleek insected soldiers armed with energy lances capable of burning through steel, Riker was already ready. The scouts ambushed, weapons charged, expecting carnage. Riker grinned and pressed the device on his chest. Grizzle and the others flanked, snarling. The scouts faltered. Then the largest clawbeast, Riker's personal bodyguard now, smashed into one, tossing it across a molten river. Riker's laugh echoed in the cave walls like a battle horn. Note to self: humans invent alien rodeo. Patent pending. By the time the alien high command tried to recalibrate, Riker had vanished into the black crystalline forest, leaving smoke, fire, and confusion behind. A single data packet streamed from his pod, video of the cadet riding a clawbeast like a warlord, laughing, alive, impossible. The message was clear. Humanity didn't just survive. Humanity dominated. Days bled into nights on Kryvath 9, each more chaotic than the last. Riker's journal, captured live through his helmet cam, read like a mix of field report, stand-up routine, and war manifesto. Every corner of the jagged forest seemed to breathe, every shadow moved, and every scream was a reminder that the planet wanted him dead. He didn't just survive, he thrived. Day 3. Riker muttered, voice laced with sarcasm as Grizzle's claws shredded a riverbank to drink. "Aliens think I'm dead. Joke's on them. I'm literally writing dinner now. Also, PSA, these things loves Rathian scouts. Preferably still twitching. The scouts were relentless. Sleek, insected warriors, plasma lances humming death, hunting him in patterns no human had ever encountered. Riker didn't run. He didn't hide. He outsmarted them. Grizzle's speed, the pack's coordination, and Riker's instinct turned the forest into a live war zone. Ambush after ambush became a gallery of alien failure, recorded from multiple angles on the GoPros strapped to Riker's helmet. One scout leapt from the shadows, blade aimed at Riker's head. His rifle misfired. The scout froze midair. Grizzle reared like a fury of muscle and teeth, crushing the alien before it could touch him, dragging the twitching body across molten streams. Riker's laugh cut through the storm like a blade. "Dear diary," he whispered, helmet cam capturing every moment. "I think I just invented tactical alien rodeo. Who wants to invest?" The alien empire panicked. Calculations, probabilities, and simulations meant nothing against this human. Every tactic they had, every predator they unleashed, every trap, they underestimated the simplest truth about humanity. We refused to lose gracefully. Riker wasn't just surviving, he was learning the planet, learning the alien invaders, and turning every hazard into a weapon. Lava flows became barricades. Acidic rain became a cover. Predators weren't threats, they were allies with a sense of loyalty only humans could inspire. By day 5, Riker had transformed the forest into a theater of chaotic mastery. Scouts attempted a coordinated strike. Riker's pack intercepted, tearing the formation apart before the aliens even realized the ambush had failed. Riker rode Grizzle through the wreckage, flipping off a camera drone with a grin. "Tip for future cadets," he narrated with mock solemnity. "If you're dropped on a Deathworld, always remember, panic is optional, creativity is mandatory, and laughter is highly underrated." Even as the alien commanders recalibrated, Riker escalated. He scavenged broken drones, repurposed alien tech, and built traps that made orbital strategists scream. Each success wasn't just survival, it was sending a message. Every victory, every taunt captured on camera, broadcast across a network of spies, was a declaration. Humans weren't a race to be underestimated. They were a force of nature with teeth, claws, and cameras. By the end of the week, the High Command had no protocol for this. Riker had made the Deathworld his playground, his clawbeasts his cavalry, and the alien scouts his punchline. Humanity wasn't just surviving Kryvath 9. Humanity was remaking it in its own image, brutal, brilliant, and terrifyingly alive. By day 7, Kryvath 9 had stopped being a planet and had become a stage for Riker's audacious brilliance. The jagged forest gave way to a cavern hidden beneath a waterfall of molten metal, shimmering with bioluminescent spores. Inside, tucked like a relic of forgotten war, was the ancient Thrathian war beacon, a device that could summon reinforcements from an entire sector. One push of a button, and the galaxy would send an army to Riker's death. Most humans would have run. Most cadets would have screamed. "Riker?" He grinned, helmet cam rolling. "Big moment, folks," he said, voice dripping with sarcasm and excitement. "Let's see how badly we can ruin someone's day." The first beam of light from the beacon flickered across the cave walls, and distant warships warped into Kryvath 9's orbit. The alien fleet arrived expecting an easy kill. They didn't expect a human riding a monster that could chew through their security protocols. Riker had already set his traps. A combination of spore clouds, repurposed drones, and Grizzle's coordinated fury created an almost artistic slaughter. Plasma beams sliced the sky, warships erupted in firestorms, and alien infantry found themselves being tossed into molten rivers or impaled on crystalline spikes. Every move was deliberate, every strike a signature of human audacity. Through the chaos, Riker narrated. "Tip for survival," he said with a crooked grin. "If an entire fleet comes to kill you, make it a welcoming committee. Free fireworks included." The High Command watched in horror. Their carefully constructed military hierarchy, centuries of training, countless victories, crumbled like ash in a furnace. One by one, their soldiers were outsmarted, outmaneuvered, and outclassed by a single human cadet and his alien war mount. Grizzle's claws tore through armored hulls. Riker's improvised explosives detonated with surgical precision. Scouts sent to flank him found themselves redirected into rivers of lava, their screams broadcast across comm channels by Riker's camera. Every action was a lesson in human unpredictability, a species-wide reminder that humans did not follow rules. They remade the battlefield entirely. At the climax, Riker approached the beacon itself. A final press of a button triggered a pulse, flipping the beacon's function. Instead of summoning reinforcements to kill him, it summoned them directly into his meticulously designed traps. The alien fleet fragmented in seconds, ships exploding in synchronized patterns that looked like choreographed war art. Riker stepped back, helmet cam catching every moment, blood, smoke, and molten fire reflecting in his eyes. "And that, ladies and gentlemen," he said with a chuckle, "is how you host a welcome party for galactic idiots. RSVP not required." By nightfall, Kryvath 9 was littered with alien debris and terrified survivors. Riker climbed a ridge, mounted Grizzle, and surveyed the destruction. The clawbeast snorted, satisfied, as though the planet itself acknowledged its new ruler. The galaxy had learned something new. Humans didn't just survive hellish worlds. They dominated them, twisted them into playgrounds, and laughed while doing it. When Riker finally emerged from Kryvath 9, he didn't step onto a podium or march in formation. He landed like a storm incarnate, mud, alien ichor, and charred crystal stuck to his armor, Grizzle at his side, every moment captured on his helmet cam. The alien empire had expected a corpse. They got a human legend. "Mission accomplished," Riker said, voice calm but dripping with dark humor. "And for anyone thinking of sending another cadet, bring popcorn. I'm filming." Every security feed in the quadrant picked up his arrival. Alien generals froze, politicians paled, and every officer who had ever underestimated humans felt their stomachs drop. Kryvath 9 had been a death world. Humans didn't just survive there, they turned it into a battlefield masterpiece, broadcast live for all to see. The footage went viral, instantly igniting fear, admiration, and disbelief across alien civilizations. Grizzle, now universally recognized as the apex predator of the planet, nudged Riker with a claw, as if reminding everyone, humanity didn't fight alone, they tamed chaos itself. Galactic historians would later call the incident the Kryvath 9 miracle. Military analysts, those who had spent lifetimes studying human tactics, had no explanation. Every strategy they'd ever used was rendered useless by a combination of human ingenuity, audacity, and sheer insane luck. Riker's victory wasn't just survival, it was a message. Every human was now an unpredictable variable in the galaxy's equations. Every alien that thought of conquest, subjugation, or even underestimating humanity would remember one thing: humans were wild, brilliant, terrifying, and uncontainable. As Riker walked across the landing zone, Grizzle at his side, he turned to the camera one last time. "Remember, folks," he said, blood and mud streaking his grin, "the universe isn't ready for us. And that's exactly how we like it." He mounted Grizzle, and together they disappeared into the sunset, leaving behind alien empires in shock, fleets scattered, and a galaxy that had just been introduced to the full horror of human audacity. The High Command never underestimated humans again. But the galaxy had learned something else, too. When a human decides to survive, it isn't survival. It's performance art. And humanity always steals the show.